Thou shalt not commit adultery. Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. And so you might be thinking, what does adultery mean? Well, the definition of adultery means a voluntary sexual intercourse between a married person and another person who is not their spouse. And so you probably might be thinking, since we're going through the 10 commandments here, why would God make this a commandment for his people to follow? Well, in Matthew chapter 19, verse 5 through 6, it reads this. It might be a little blurry, but bear with me. It says, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate." And so as we see, marriage is something that God created, and he created for the purpose of to be between one man and one woman. So nothing goes in, nothing comes out. And you might have heard this before, which I do agree 100%, that marriage, or you could say the family, is you could say the heart or the foundation of society. And to illustrate this example, I'll be building a deck of cards, like a tower of cards. So check it out. Alrighty, so for this example, I will be using the King of Spades as the husband and the Queen of Spades as the wife. And so, again, with the husband and the wife, or say marriage, making up the foundation of society, it's pretty much, in a sense, like God's way of, you could say, showing his character to us as well, by how he loves us as the church. And also, in the beginning, when there was just Adam, he said he was not good by himself, and so he'll make a helper suitable for him, so that they both together will glorify God, and you could say all they do in progressing society, such as procreation, you could say, or making babies, having babies, but also training them, like these are the babies, or society in general, of training them in righteousness and godliness. And so here the tower building begins. Alrighty, so in this case, these two are the foundation. So without these two, the rest of it all will crumble. And so in this case, another way to, you could say, see how marriage is the foundation of society, or I guess why God would want marriage to succeed, or I guess not for people not to commit adultery, is because, again, it reflects God's character. But in this case, not just the way he loves the church, but also his holiness, because when the Israelites came out of Egypt, God specifically told them not to chase after other nations as well, or else you'll be unholy like them, but they should follow after his character, so that they will be holy in himself in action. So for this example, let's say another person from another tribe, or I guess another nation, which is evil in this case, comes and tempts this one. So boom. So society, as they knew it, flew, because this one committed adultery with this one. So pretty much that is exactly why God had made thou shalt not commit adultery into a commandment. It was because he wanted to protect his institution of marriage. And so you probably might be thinking, Mike, what about Matthew chapter 5, verse 28? The infamous, "If you look upon a woman with lust, you already commit adultery with her in the heart." And so what about that? Well, the thing is, the people, his people, the Israelites, telling them not to live like other nations, but follow after his example of holiness. And so in that case, the actions of holiness. And so with that example, with that verse, it's not only to be holy in your actions, but also holy in your heart as well.